coming at you now of Sana Esports versus Bad Monkey Gaming. BMG, of course, up 1-0 here in this 2-game series of the group stages. Joined by Near once again as my co-caster here, and let's say the least, it was a dominating performance from BMG in the first game, so we'll see what Sana Esports has to do here in game number 2. Already a little bit of a difference here to start things off with the bans and picks. Midas, Tremble, Clanks, and Swiftblade bans. Fusen actually banning the Clanks, despite them being the ones running it last time around. I guess just not wanting to give it to Sana Esports over here. But Behemoth was banned last game by Fusen, but so not banned this game, though, and actually Sana does first pick it. So that's what's standing out to me, at least, initially here.
Same for me. It must be a very comfort hero for Sana Esports, since they snap pick a Behemoth here.
Yeah.
Right after, and it wasn't banned. So interesting to see what they are going to do with that, if they're comfortable on the hero.
Yeah, Moira now is their second pick, so it's Torturer coming out for BMG. Again, Fusen has a lot of history playing Torturer in the past, at least.
Oh, Ravenor here.
All right.
All right, I like it. It's a very strong hero against the Legion side's heroes so far here. Torture does his damage over time, same with Maraxis. Magnus does have a lot of bursts, but if Ravenor takes longer fights, I mean, he's going to do a lot of damage. And he can sustain himself very well with something like an Abyssal Skull, so I like it.
All right. Yeah, and they were confident with that, too. They pretty much picked it within a couple of seconds after seeing the Torturer pickup happen, so clearly a direction that they wanted to go. I was wondering if we were going to maybe see the silhouette once again from them again, knowing that Marcus Moy does like to play it. Despite it not working out last game, maybe it was just the circumstances there. But no, they do go the Ravener and play a little more aggressive, perhaps. We got now the bans to follow. Flux and Engineer to start it off. Interesting. Between the two teams.
Usually a combo. Some teams sometimes pick up now and then. So interesting to see Fusen banning Flux. Like usually people were used to ban Flux against them when they had Cracker on their team. He played a good Flux, but I haven't really seen it picked up that much.
No.
It's interesting to see that ban. Flux Prisoner, okay, he's focusing on the mid lane, it looks like, since the Prisoner bans come out. What hero that he has in mind does not want to play against Flux and Prisoner, because they will dominate that hero. I think that's the reason why we see those two bans.
Yeah.
So it's for Boxy that he's banning those heroes.
You see a Wild Soul taken out there by Sana Esports. Make has been known to play a little bit of Wild Soul here and there, so that's going to be their final ban in the end, on top of the Madman and the Engineer that they had initially. Darklight had been right-clicked for a little bit here from BMG, so it looks like maybe that's an option that they're thinking about, knowing that they're going up against a Ravener here.
Ragnar is also available. It's very strong against Ravenor, but they go with the Puppet. And the burst from a Puppet Master is also something that's very well against, or works very well against Ravenor, if you can get it off, if Ravenor does not use his Shrunken Head in time or something like that. But yeah, it's a little bit harder to use, or to get the Puppet Ultimate onto the Ravenor and burst him down, compared to something like Arachna Ultimate and then keep him in place and auto-attacking him down without him dealing any damage. But maybe they're more comfortable on a Puppet Master for Boxy.
Well, we actually did see them pick up Arachna in the last cycle. I do remember that. That was one of the highlight games, actually. Was a candidate even for one of the top game performances was Boxy playing it. And it wasn't against a Ravener, it just so happened to be. So, I mean, they definitely have the history of doing it, as you pointed out there. So, but
they might even still pick it. They do have Rude Magnus in second support, or Fusen Maga. I mean, they swap it around so much. But they could still pick it and then have Balthazar play the Puppet Master.
Absolutely, yeah. That could very likely happen. Wouldn't be out of the question. So we'll see what they do go with in the end. I mean, about a minute or so remaining here before them to have to choose. So they're not even going to use that, though. They just say, we know what we want, and it's a Deadwood. All right.
Yeah, it's all right here. More initiation. Well, they have triple strength, but that's also good for something like a Behemoth. That there's 3 strength heroes blinking in and then standing on top of each other, and he will be able to get a good ultimate off. Of course, he will probably be looking for that Puppet Master, but still should set up some ultimates for him. And Bubbles is very strong. pick against Magnus and Torture and Moraxis. Because those 3 heroes don't usually get a shrunken head, so coming in with Blink Silence is huge for them.
So this final pick now, 25 seconds and counting here. You're looking at what they still need. I don't know. I mean, I guess a secondary support or perhaps a jungler, even if they would like to go that route, but...
Might also be the beginning of second support, and then they pick another initiate hero here. But there's not a lot of them left here. Rally is one of them, I guess. Pebbles. Lodestone, yep.
There we go. That's one of them. And so that means, sure enough, that Behemoth is going to be more of that secondary support here in the end.
It's going to amplify Ravenor's damage even more with the Lodestone ultimate. So
yeah. Very true. Decent synergy there. So I am intrigued to see this Deadwood, though, from Boxy, how it works for him. Always an entertaining hero to watch. So are they going to send Lodestone mid or Bubbles mid, you think?
I think it's Bubbles mid. He can't really die to a Deadwood. And then Lodestone bottom. That's what I would assume. He's more tanky. If Bubbles gets caught by the puppet show down bottom, he will most likely die to a Torture stun or Magma stun. Whereas Lodestone has higher survivability potential, especially with the E ability of his.
Yeah.
And Bubbles has a very hard time dying to a Deadwood in the mid lane. Can take cover, animation cancel the Deadwood ultimate, also just silence him when he walks up, shield himself out of the rotten grasp if he's caught in that, so lots of ways to survive against the Deadwood. And he's ranged, so he might be able to do a lot of harass to him.
There we go, all 5 on either side going their own directions here, so looks like not going to be too much interaction here. I was wondering there for a second, Sonic Esports near the Congo pit, but not going in there.
Taking a sneaky path here. But the BMG usually goes 5 top in the beginning. Almost every game. 90% of the games, they do this.
Okay.
So, guess they should maybe expect it a bit.
Yeah.
Especially if you have something like an Ophelia Parasite and they have dual support. They value a lot to block that heroes camps. So.
Yeah, as they do here. Sure enough, you got Trudici blocking the pole camp right there. Hellborn side, they actually get a ward side down behind the tower. Get some information there as well.
So they're gonna man up here with the Ravenor. And then Lodestone short lane, it seems. Alright.
That's what they're going with. You do see more accesses heading down here, though, so BMG. Either this is what they expected, or they just simply were going to run aggressive themselves.
Right away here. With a good block from Behemoth into a stun and Ravenor Q.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna go for it, okay?
No.
I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, I mean, what were they...
I would have gone for that.
What were
blocking
they hoping
off,
for?
And then eating a tree here. Right top left of the void, you can eat one tree and Ravenor could run down to him. If he by some chance doesn't want to ball lightning down to him. I think it's a kill.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm just shocked because it's like they were setting up like it was perfect, and they it's like they obviously had the vision with the word of sight. So
even if they don't get the kill, Moraxis cannot get to the lane and get this first wave of experience here. So he's zoned out, and he will be level 1. So they should have won for it, but looks like Behemoth is actually pulling it to the jaw. No, he's pulling for lane control. So Moraxis should hit maybe level 2 here, and then that would be it for him in this bottom lane.
Yeah.
It's at least something that they have going for them here.
All right, well, yeah, an interesting, maybe missing out on an opportunity there, but life goes on, and so does this game for that matter. We got the other matchups here, Bubbles versus Deadwood in the middle lane. Mentioning Bubbles definitely going to hold his own pretty well as we are staying alive especially, but when it comes to last hitting, Deadwood's arguably one of the best at it, of course, with the hatchet and, in this case, the cornstalk that he has. As he is hitting 82 damage already. And again, the hatchet on top of that, so pretty damn hard. Top lane?
It's really I think it's going to come back to bite them here, that they didn't go for that kill here, because now Moraxis is level 3, and he cannot be zoned out anymore. Behemoth is trying to run in and set something up on the Deadwood, but they don't have the damage with Bubbles.
Yeah, it's
But he is really putting an effort into getting smart attacks on him to get him low enough where that block will guarantee a kill.
Really trying to soften him up right here.
Yeah.
But still needs a bit more. I would think they need to get into maybe about half life before they want to try something. So, yeah, you see it's going to be being slow with that. Moira's running in, though, so maybe this could actually be a kill here. There's that Fissure stun. Out comes the Shards of Harkon. It's going to be enough for the kill. It still has a Shell Surf. Easy kill in the end. Archie Tiger gets credit right there. So the Invis Moira made all the difference right there.
Yeah, good use of that invisibility there. They needed Moira to get that kill. The Fissure stun was not enough in itself. So, and here, they both gain a level as well, which they were struggling with in the last game.
Yeah.
That's good for them.
Oh, boy. Apologize, guys. That's a production fail on my part. I had the pick screen UI up still, so. Bubbles is in trouble here. No, he's going to be turning, actually, on a Deadwood. But I don't think it's going to be enough. There's a Shards of Harkon stun, and we'll be fine in the end. Yeah, that's a little bit of a mistake. Especially with the new graphic, it covers up most of the screen. So I apologize, guys. I'm sure chat's going to freak out for the next 6 minutes here soon, but it's good now. It's good now. But yeah, that was simply, though, it's the Invis rune of Moira, good rune control. I think you could kind of see it at least, but just simply not much Deadwood can do as soon as they open onto him. So obviously, the good start there for Sana Esports. You do see at the top lane, they've been trying to pressure this Lodestone, but, man, King Nikke here on Lodestone, he's level 4, actually, up here. So he's managing pretty well in that sense. They're going to go on him again, but I just don't think they have the damage. He's going to easily rock control away, and he still has half a life, even.
Yep. That's the Lodestone plates there, E ability coming out. And the Iron Shield here. Or no, Iron Buckler, excuse me. So he's very hard to kill, and this is good laning from them, putting him up top here.
Yeah.
I'd still like to see them get the kill on the Meraxes down here with a good block. It's definitely possible. Moira did not skill his W though, so Fissure block into a W and then into the stun is not possible here. So you'll have to be careful with using his Shards of Harkon, because Meraxes can of course use his Arcane Shield and get out of there.
Yeah, you see the more access, exactly level 5. So yeah, him and Lodestone really just having a pretty damn good time. It's really, it kind of makes you wonder what the the idea of running the trial lanes in the first place is. Well, why are the teams even bothering? Why were they even bothering at this point? I mean, obviously that's kind of hindsight now, but now they are starting to move a little bit, and you do see the Magma is still level 1, similar to last game on the other team though. But you see Fusin here is trying to get some experience, going to run into Behemoth actually. And it's going to actually stun in even.
Grasp here. Oh, nice Fissure stun though.
Yeah. In fact, they're going to turn on a Magnus. Beautiful job by the Hellborn team. Shell Surf in, and Magnus, again, still only level 1 on the boots on him. Not really tanky at all.
That's a very good Fissure. LC would have died if that was able to run up on him and toss that lock and maybe get an auto attack off as well. So nice heads up from him.
So well played there, and you see Bubbles actually. He's got the 2 assists now, so when it comes to last hits, he's actually, I guess he has kept up with Dev. I thought he was going to be a little bit behind, but he's kept up with him. He's only 275 gold per minute. I'm a little surprised at that. I felt like I should have been a little higher then, but I guess maybe I have been missing a bit of last hits here in the middle lane with competing against one another, which is very possible here, but
it's also sometimes you give up your last hits on a hero like Bubbles just to harass the Deadwood as much as you can.
Ravener? Is he actually in trouble? Looks like he might be. He's going to keep running right here, but he doesn't have any kind of an escape. Ball lining up at 1 more second. He could use that for a mini stun at least. He's going to use it right there. And it will be enough for the getaway. So, oh my god, he's going back in. What was that about? Well,
there was potential for him to turn and press W and then hit the Meraxes shield so he didn't take that much damage from it when it exploded. But it was the right decision to get out. There's no reason to try and make that play. He comes Moira with a health potion and he's good to go again. So that's good for them. Now Meraxes ulti is down, so they could kill him if he steps up here.
Yeah. We'll see if, I mean, you do see though more access is going to fall back though, not going to risk too much. They do got a ward of sight that perhaps spotted some of the rotation coming over, so not going to try to fight that. Bubbles is level 6. Of course, the Kelfield good to go, but so is, well, in fact, Boxy's level 7 now, so has that Willowmaker of his. Good to go himself. So definitely some kill potential here on either side. As far as
I think Lodestone is almost hitting 6 up here. That's why Moira is rotating over. Because him hitting 6 and getting an ulti off from Fark is definitely a kill on Puppet Master, especially with shards of fire cones. Oh, but they did see the Moira run over here, so they know.
Nope.
He's in trouble.
Bottom lane, they were actually trying to kill more Axis, but the Ball Lightning completely whiffed right there, unfortunately, on top of the Fissure Stun. Meanwhile, at the top lane, Moira is dropping. She will go down, but they do take the turn on a Torture. The Rocket Drill and that head smash, you never underestimate that damage. It is pretty ridiculous, so it at least is a one-for-one exchange. Support for support right there. Legion did get the kill first, though, just slightly before. So the experience for Torture right there, at least back to the bottom lane. This time the Ball Lightning in the face, and this time it does land, but it's still not enough for the kill. He needed one more auto attack, but the stomp just in time.
I think he had something like 5 HP or something right there.
Yeah.
That was very unfortunate for them. Also been a huge kill. Enhancing the Ravenor farm even more and keeping Maxus further down. He does have 1,000 gold saved up.
Yeah, he does.
So he's probably going to go for the red boots into a blink here.
Baltazar gets that tower kill. Meanwhile, middle lane, Torture. Kelfield used on it very early right there. Not the most commitment, though. Finally going to go in and eventually does get the kill, but took a little bit longer. However, Deadwood runs in, finds Moira. In comes a Fissure Stun, but the Rotten Grass is securing the kill in the end on top of him. Deadwood running away before any turn potential happens. So, again, a case of support for support. Not really the biggest deal in the world.
It's a lot of support for support exchange so far.
Yeah.
It's definitely a more close game this time. Especially since Ravenor has a good time in this game. As well, Puppet does as well, but Ravenor is a scary hero.
That he is. He has that scary snowball. And again, going to be changing a little bit in that upcoming patch as far as how he really works. So curious to see how that plays out. But still, of course, as we know him for now, Puppet Master in the top lane in the meantime. That Shatter Storm, as soon as it goes off, see that life start to disappear and still manages to be alive. The Ball Lightning, oh, it connects. Marcus Moy, credit for the kill. I don't even know if that really mattered or not, but it looked pretty at least. So nice setup there, and as we're just talking about, Ravenor again, can get pretty scary. Starts to get that snowball going, so 350 GPM for him now.
Yeah, and a much needed kill. Puppet Master had 420 or 430 GPM here. Now it slows him down as well as boosting the Ravenor in that Carrick versus Carrick battle here. So interesting. So good to see. Good for the Sauna esports here.
Yeah.
Now the game is basically even here.
What do you think about the Whispering Helm on Puppet Master, by the way? Getting that, it seems like Assassin's Shroud, again, is just the popular choice so much time lately, but going the Whispering first.
So if you want to farm, not lose HP at all, but it's still possible to not lose HP and farm without a Whispering Helm if you just run backwards when you are farming the creeps instead of standing still.
Yeah.
Oh, action mid lane.
Nice turn right there. Yep, Deadwood's going to go down. Torture, he's dropping as well, but Magnus stuns in to save the day, if anything. Voodoo Puppet's out onto Bubbles, but it's not enough for the kill. He manages to barely live with about 60 life or so, and he'll be fine. So Deadwood gets turned and ends up being the only death of that exchange right there.
I think he must have taken cover some of the damage, because usually a Voodoo Puppet kills you, even if you have, like he had half HP there or something.
Yeah.
So he must have taken cover. An auto attack there on the Puppet.
Probably. He lives somehow. And gonna pop a health potion here probably. Yeah, buys one. Pops a health potion, and so he doesn't have to run all the way back to base here. Wants to be able to keep active. That's a good Bubbles would. Deadwood's getting close to the portal key though. It's despite now a couple of deaths, he still managed to have 1,600 gold saved up. Now again, he's still on the red boots, so explains a little bit more at least, but he's prioritizing it here. He did get the Talisman of the Exile first. Bottom lane a little bit as the Fissure Stun blocking, but trying to stall here. There's definitely a possibility for a fight, though. That's for sure. So the Legion side.
Yeah. Let's Shadow Storm if you can land a good Shadow Storm into something like a Behemoth Fissure as well. whoever he hits is gonna die on top of the head smash.
Oop, Lodestone. He's going to now push out the lane, but again, both sides pretty intent on trying to maybe stick around a little bit, but now Puppet Master heads into the jungle, and Baltazar will continue his ventures there as far as farming goes. 2,200 gold now saved up on Ravener. As I say that, he buys an Abyssal Skull, actually, so it's the Abyssal Skull, and now the question mark, as usual, with a Ravener, you know, how he feels perhaps, but will he get the Thunderclaw or will he go right into a Portal Key? Okay. I had to really make sure of that. Deadwood, actually, he bought a Sacrificial Stone at first, and then he sold it, and then bought a Portal Key, so whew, that makes more sense.
Must have been a misclick. Yeah. Must have been something new.
Yeah.
Sacrificial Stone Deadwood, right away.
Kind of want
But
that.
I would
Portal
actually
Key.
like to see Sona Esports start farming the Behemoth top while Ravenor is in the jungle farming, and then sit behind him with Moira, because BMG will try to go for a kill on him. But if he can farm that blink right now, that would be huge for them. Because Slowstone is sitting bottom. He's very hard to kill for in the Legion side anyways. And I mean, if they kill him, so be it. I mean, if they can get the gold on the Behemoth right now, that's huge. Magnus is just hit level 5. The same thing for BMG. They want to have the blink onto the Magnus. So if he could farm bottom while sitting behind him with a hero or two, that would be a nice choice to make here at least.
Yeah. Lodestone running up as if he may have been looking for a play, but again, he's by himself, so not necessarily a free opportunity. I mean, he definitely can get a kill, as we're talking about. In fact, he's going to find Puppet here, but maybe Puppet's a little too tanky, and actually,
No.
Magnus stuns in. Voodoo Puppet? No, not going to use it, actually.
If he had more levels in W there, Lodestone would not have been able to get out. But I mean, he's going to the farm build, so you can't really blame him for that here.
Yeah.
He has been free farming the entire game.
Showing somewhat, 367 gold per minute, but again, Ravener really continues to be doing very well. Bottom lane, though.
Bottom.
This is big. The Shatterstorm going off. He rocket drills in, catches both. Torture, he's definitely dead. It's a matter of more access. The Shatterstorm didn't hit him. It's too far, but it doesn't matter. That damage from Ravener, that's what happens when it gets 100 charges. He will melt you.
Nice initiation there. I would like to see Lodestone use his Shadowstorm before he uses the Rocket Drill. That's the second time he's used it, and he uses the stun first and then the ultimate. But using the ultimate first is way better. I would like to see him do that from now on. But of course, Maraxis interrupted him there and spotted him, so he had to go for it. But I think that's the way the combo does the most damage. I think he knows, but it's just the circumstances making sure he could not do that.
Yeah.
But it's a very nice execution there, defending the bottom tower, and then maybe trying to go for the tier 1 bottom here. Not sure if they will do that, though.
Well, they're grouped up down here, and we'll see if they go for that play or not. I got to ask you, if you're a Ravener in this case, Near, if this said Near here, playing the Ravener, what would you go next after the Abyssal Skull here? Portal Key or the Thunderclaw, you think?
I think Portal Key, and then... Yeah, I think I'll go Portal Key, as it is right now. His team does not have the Portal Keys at the moment. They're going build-up items, and they have been struggling in the lanes, Behemoth and the Lodestone. So if he wants to be able to do something for his team right now in the next 5-10 minutes, I think he needs the Portal Key.
Okay.
It's a different story if he has a Pebbles or a Magnus or a Maraxis or Behemoth Lodestone with the Blink right now, then he would probably not need to get it. But I think the circumstances might tell him to get it as it is right now.
Yeah.
Although he was able to come in the fight down bottom here and clean up 2 kills while they tried to push the tower effectively. So, I mean, he will also need a shrunken head this game. That might be the #1 priority, especially against the Puppet Master. You do not want to get Voodoo Puppet ultied.
Yeah, just the locked in general, too. It's just so powerful to deal with now. Of course, obviously, Deadwood can still go through it, but still, yeah, the shrunken head definitely warranted. Yeah. So has
you can get punched, but that's it, kinda.
Yeah.
Nothing else works on you during that time. The Puppet Master has to hit you, but you have a lot of move speed, and you have, of course, a Moira as well on top of that. Arcane Vortex can do a lot of work in terms of turning and saving him. So.
And waiting for, I guess, a little bit of lag here on the side of the Hellborn team. So As soon as that gets figured out, we'll be resuming on with game number 2 here. Again, it's our first series here of the day of 3 in total. You look at the schedule, what the plan is. All BMG here today. Bad Monkey Gaming versus Sana here. This is game 2. Then we got BMG versus Complexity coming up next in a 2-game series. Obviously, really looking forward to that one there. And then BMG versus Revolution to finish it off for today. All 3 great series here today. And that is what the plan is. Oh, let me make sure I have the right interface on. There we go. Don't want to do that again. Looking through a window. Oh, Ravener. He's losing some charges right here, too, actually. He's going to get caught, and he goes down. That was a quick counterburst onto him. You see Behemoth. He actually runs in, but look at the spread there. They know the shockwave is coming. But Magnus, unfortunately, he still feels it, and he ends up going down. But, hey, numbers may work out here pretty well here for BMG, as they also take out Ravener, or excuse me, Lodestone in the end. So the 2-for-1 exchange, especially with the heroes that they got, definitely worth it for them big time.
Yep, that's the danger of that voodoo puppet. It will kill you if you get caught in that.
Yeah.
Mid lane. Almost use LT, but
not sure what the plan was.
Maxis and he is fine. Yeah.
That was a little greedy there from Calamine. Yeah, I don't. It's
you can't kill Maxis like that. It's never gonna work. And Moira backing you up is never gonna land a spell before he uses his shield of his, the arcane shield. Yep.
Yeah.
Or Torture is getting caught in a bad spot here.
Yeah, more good job using the illusion to cut her off.
They have the damage.
Yeah, Arcane Vortex definitely should secure it, but I mean it's a bit used right there just for the torture kill. At least Calamine.
It's very risky to go for it because using the, I mean, already him running away, it might signal for BMG to be TPing in, and then using the Arcane Vortex on top even buys more time for BMG to TP in there and turn that fight.
Yeah.
So it's a risky kill to go for it like that, but it worked out this time.
Ravener back into the jungle, and it looks like we've got an answer on what he's going for next year. Again, he did get killed there, so slowed him down a little bit, but he's definitely liking the idea of the Thunderclaw. So going to have maximum farm potential here.
I guess they're just going to slow the game down, get that Thunderclaw on him, try and get a Blink on Behemoth, and then go from there. Hope that, meanwhile Moira gets picked up. Yeah.
Boxy pretty deep watching the triple stack Ancients being done, but Boxy in the meantime blinking in, one-shots Moira and then runs away.
Yeah, like what he did. He used the clear cutting to get behind the creep wave here and put a ward behind the 2, tier 1 and tier 2. And I think he saw the Moira on that and then hit him with the Rotten Grasp into the Willowmaker. That's a sure kill.
Oh my god, Behemoth. Wow. Got down to 20 life. So close to the Ancients, but...
Oh, you don't want to see that.
No.
They almost have 3 portal keys on the Hellborn side now.
Yeah.
That's huge for them.
They don't have any.
They really need to get that. Yeah, they don't have any yet. So BMG has a small timing window here where they can do something.
Well, actually looking at that, I mean, we were kind of making fun a little bit of Boxy going the Sackstone first and then selling and getting the portal key and misclick there, but look at Bubbles. He actually did go a full Sackstone first instead of trying to prioritize the portal key here. A little bit different of a hero, but...
Yeah, he does that because of the Deadwood. So Deadwood is not able to solo him after using the Willowmaker on him.
Yeah. Is it worth getting that, though, over a portal key, you think? I mean, they really...
I think it's alright here, because Ravener went the Thunderclaw as well, so I think it's a team decision to slow down the game a bit. But as I say that, they're trying to make something happen.
Yeah. Guess what? No portal keys means it's not nearly as easy. And that's a level 6 Magnus against 4 heroes that they couldn't even chase him down to kill.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. But it's sort of weird because the item says they want to sit back and farm until they have blinks, and then they make this aggressive play here.
I feel like these lesser experienced teams, that's been kind of something we've hated here lately.
Yeah.
You know, pick up on that.
Nice ulti. But the puppet is still up though.
Can
he run out is the question.
Oh, he missed the stomp. The timing was off. The shockwave goes out right there from Behemoth. Magnus stunned in though. And now Behemoth is going to fall. Nobody did so far in the Legion side. Make that one on Magnus, but they get the turn on a Ravener. In comes a Shadowstorm and a Puppet Master though, and it's a 2 for 2 right now between the teams. But now Shadowstorm, he is exposed. He is going to be fine though as he starts walking away. Bubbles just spamming in right clicks here in the meantime. Shell Surf, he needs to land it. He will. Not going to be enough initial damage, though. You see Lodestone trying to get away, but Torture doing enough damage to get the kill onto him. More illusion coming in, but nice mana battery use right there. And Torture will end up surviving for the time being, at least. I think is going to be good in the long run unless there's Shell Surf. No, it doesn't hit him, but it hit Moraxis, actually, to secure the kill onto him. We're not done just yet, though. Deadwood lands a grasp on a Moira and picks up the kill there. Bubbles is still really good to go, but I don't think he's going to pursue much further unless, maybe, actually, this Ward of Sight. No, the Portal Key, though.
He might Shell Surf for the Torture, but no, they expect him to TP out. Yeah, but that fight would have been a lot, a lot better for Hellborn if they had their portal keys at that time. But they do have them now. But also a huge Arcane Vortex to sort of stall the fight, and Ravenor almost lived through that. And good fight from both sides here.
It definitely was, but I still look back at the portal keys and you're saying there is... What?
I'm not sure if that was on purpose, but there was 4 creeps. He used his ulti, and they had like 5 HP each, and then he died to them. I'm not sure if it was on purpose, because he does have 0 gold. I did not check that.
Well, he bought after he died, though.
He bought after, yeah.
Yeah, so
don't think that was
it
meant
was.
to... Yep.
Well,
Smokes
hey.
cancelled top lane. Does Ravenor see it in time?
Yep, you see more Axis.
Nice. This is why Moira is so strong.
Like, coming out of it, though, they catch Moira with the Willowmaker, but here comes Lodestone, and down goes Deadwood. Moira is going to be fine. That Shadow Storm is going off, but nice little juke there from Maki, and he makes the escape initially. It's not done just yet, though. More Portal Key is going to be happening. You do see Lodestone ready to go. There's a stomp from Maki, but not going to matter. He gets caught by the Rocket Shell and eventually killed. So good turn from Sana Esports, and they're starting to build a decent lead here. You see Ravenor, sure he died the last fight, but again, he's back up to 1,900 gold now. And he's definitely got the greedy farm build going here. It's actually working pretty well.
Bubbles survived the Voodoo Puppet in mid. Puppet actually found him, but because of that stack stone, he's actually able to live, and the steam boots. So that's where those build-up items actually helped him a lot.
Yeah.
But that was a huge turn from Moira. That's why the hero is so strong. Those kind of turn potentials. Same way as like an Andromeda, getting that swap off and then turning the fight like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not really any other support hero has that ability of, you know what, you jump me, wait, here, let's wait 4 seconds before you actually kill me while my teammates come in and turn this for me. So yeah, the potential is obviously pretty damn strong, and this is another one of her really strong potentials, going in with the illusion. Trying to kill this Torture right here. Now, there are TPs coming in this time, and actually Lodestone is going to be turned as a result. It's a good play by Puppet Master, getting in there and applying the Puppet Show. So, fortunately, a little bit too deep there.
They went way too deep. It takes too long to kill the Torture. With just that, they need a Shadow Storm as well to kill him off right away and then get out. It's not going to work like that. So, they went a bit too far there. Got turned on.
God, they... They went from 0 portal keys to 5 portal keys in like a 2-minute window.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. So yeah, even Moira has one.
Oh, mid lane.
Yeah, Bubbles. He throws this long on the seat, though. Calamine's been pretty on top here with the take covers and the reaction. I mentioned he survived against Puppet earlier, and nice little play against Deadwood there.
Yeah. This is Bubbles is strong in this game. Against the Legion side heroes, and he is really taking advantage of those opportunities given to him, if you can say it like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, well played.
I still can't get over the 5 portal keys all of a sudden. That really had to catch the Legion team off guard, too. As it's just like, you go from not having to worry about portal keys to 2-3 minutes later, everybody on the other team has one. And they can just jumping you left and right. So, oof, right there, just missing the ball lightning.
Having it on Moira also at this time is huge for them. Just that blink ulti, or even having it on the illusion to put your stun on yourself and then blink in with that. Risk-free stunning up to 4 heroes is a very, very good ability. It's gonna help them a lot in team fights.
Well, they end up not doing Conqueror in the end. They were obviously doing some damage there to it, but they realized that Bad Monkey Gaming was heading over, so not worth the risk in their mind, at least in this time. It's not gonna get stolen by any means, so. They'll farm elsewhere as Ravenor heads for the top lane. Of course, so he has this trio now as Abyssal, the Thunderclaw, the Portal Key. You mentioned the Shrunken Head, how important that is, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that next for him.
BMG has had the right idea with the smoke or the Veiled Rod ganks here.
There we go. They stun it on him more, but at what cost here? The shockwave immediately ready. Moraxis. Okay, he stayed alive a little bit longer. Didn't even pop Matrix, actually. Just figured he was dead anyways. Magnus goes down as well. And a nice counterplay once again.
They have the right idea, but it's just so hard to gank the Hellpoint heroes, especially the Moira and then the bubbles as well. There he does catch the, but at what cost again?
And speaking of more costs coming out here, Puppet Master actually opens on a bubbles. This time he says, get away from this one. That ain't happening. There's a jump back in from Hematho, and guess who's here? It's Ravener with 100 charges. And ends up being an easy kill on a Puppet Master as a result. So, again, big picture in favor of the Hellborn side. Did lose Bubbles and Moira, but Ravener taking out Puppet Master in the end definitely puts it in their favor, if anything. So 530 gold per minute now for this Ravener. And he's going to have a shrunken head by the next time they fight here.
Yeah. It's going to be even more trouble. I mean, BMG has had the right idea. It's just so hard to gank the Hellborn heroes. I mean, Puppet trying to kill the bubbles was so tanky, it didn't work. And Deadwood getting caught in mid as well 5 minutes ago and getting turned on because of the bubbles. Shell surf into Song of the Sea. And then, of course, the turn top where Moira ultis the Ravenor and they get the 2 kills instead of BMG killing the hard carry of Sauna Esports. So it's just very well thought out draft here and execution, actually, from Sauna Esports.
Yeah, the timing definitely came together for them. Again, all the portal keys happening, and that's really been the obvious difference maker. It's as you would expect. Portal key is of course a very strong item in terms of changing the pace of the game. As it's always been, and when every single hero gets one all of a sudden, that's just that much more potential. So they're Veldrot yet again here, moving towards the jungle.
Yeah, this time Hellborn is the aggressor, so that.
Looking to see if they can find anyone, but you got BMG. Of course, they're aware that something's up and playing it pretty cautious. How about Puppet Master going to Hellflower, by the way? He's choosing to be aggressive here. Instead of going the Shrunken, and actually going to get jumped by Ravener, who pops the Shrunken. Shockwave comes out, and Moraxis didn't stand a chance. Deadwood, in the meantime, he is also caught as Ravener is chasing down Torture, so a couple of split fights going on here. Torture doing a little bit of ring around the rosy. Rudizy somehow still alive, but that's just delaying a little bit longer. Okay, that was unnecessary, but I guess it got the kill in the end for them.
Yeah, nice aggressive void spotting out BMG here, so they just find their opening and capitalize off of that.
So, it's just talking about, though, Baltasar, obviously, he ended up living there and everything, but not going the Shrunken. You think that's going to be a poor choice in the end, or?
Yeah, he kind of needs it, but I guess the Hellflower into something like a Puppeteer's Hold onto the Ravenor would keep him in place and make him do damage to him, but it's that's assuming they catch him, actually. But he really needs a Shrunken Head, especially when you're facing a Bubbles, you need a Shrunken Head.
Oh. They easily push in, they get the base tower even, and then they fall back. Sauna Esports is definitely a much different Sauna Esports team than the first game. They're looking like they're very comfortable here now in game number 2.
Yep. They have a good lead. Extending, playing it safe here. I mean, Ravenor is almost 600 GPM, so there's no reason to rush it.
No, they'll be just fine playing the patient game here. Void Talisman finished on Behemoth. That's just proving to be a more relevant pickup on the competitive scene. I feel like we see at least 1 or 2 a game now being picked up in most cases. And, you know, Deadwood, obviously, it really negates his ability here as far as what he can do, so makes sense.
But once again, it's so hard to gank these Hellborn heroes. They're getting out every single time. It's the right idea, going for the pickoffs, but it's just very hard against these kind of heroes. Behemoth is like a hero you can catch here.
Oh, there's that Void Talisman.
There's a Void Talisman now.
Takes some magic damage, but doesn't really care too much in the end. Fuser goes down. In fact, he jumps in on Moraxis, who's trying to get away, and also takes him out as well. So yeah, the Void Talisman coming into play a little bit right there. It's more turn kill action.
Nice pickup from him. Didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Very good against Deadwood. Of course, Voodoo Puppet can kill you, but if he uses that on a Behemoth, I mean, Ravenor is gonna live through the fight, so.
See the Soulsborg finished on King Nikke here for Sauna Esports. But that's worth mentioning too. But King Nikke, he is actually ringing here today, apparently.
Okay.
Beforehand, he's not actually part of their 5, but He is technically a ringer for them today, but obviously he's done a pretty solid job here for them, and on the verge of trying to finish with a split series against BMG. Wouldn't be a bad result at all for these guys. So
I mean, he did a fine job top lane. Did not like feed a lot of times to that tri lane there. Actually survived a lot of their initiations on him. So he did a fine job.
See Hellflower. Oh my god. Magnus. He's there, and a half second later he's not. Yeah,
he's trying to find his portal key at this point, but it's getting to a point where it's not gonna have much effect with it, or do a whole lot. He's level 9, lowest level of the game. He really needs level 11, even 16, but that's not coming anytime soon.
Man, both games, Magnus has just struggled. It's just different teams too. Sana Esports played the first game and just struggled big time. And here goes game 2 on BMG, and same thing. Magnus, the most popular hero on the competitive scene.
Yeah, he was kind of even with Behemoth in terms of farm, but then some huge turns came up from Sana Esports, and enhanced Behemoth's farm a lot.
See Ravener here, by the way. I don't even know if we mentioned this, but Behemoth's heart. Oh, by the way, picked up on him.
Oh, okay, yep.
No big deal.
Yeah, they need both the Deadwood ulti and the Puppet ulti on top of him to be able to kill him.
Yeah, I think he's made a point that he clearly has enough damage, so kind of like this pickup. Now, you see right here, the Arcane Vortex, though. That's what happens. Here comes the Eruption, though, but again, look how alive he still is. He is taking some good damage as I see that, though, and all of a sudden he's dead. So never mind, Behemoth's heart, he goes down as Mirax is going to fall in return, but the chase continues. Devil gets a pick off in the background on a Behemoth right there. You do see Bubbles. He's going to shell surf on out. Has a new shrunken head of his. Will be fine. Mora managed to escape as well, barely actually, but, well, the Behemoth's heart actually proves not to be enough in the end.
Yep, he was fine initially, but then the Voodoo Puppet came out onto him, and I don't think he used his Shrunken Head throughout that. If he used that, he would not have died, and that would have been a completely different fight.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, and good heads up from Balthasar getting the initiation onto him before he uses them.
So, I mean, that was one of those fights where if they actually broke through, obviously, you know, we're sitting here talking about, okay, this could be game, and they're going to split the series, blah, blah, blah. But the fact that BMG held it like they did, I mean, all of a sudden BMG actually has a pretty fighting chance here. Now, it's still a comfortable lead, don't get me wrong here for Sana Esports.
It's definitely going to get some momentum onto them and saying, okay, we can do this actually. And at the same time, it's going to be a bit shaky feeling for Sana Esports. Okay, how did we lose that? It's probably the question they're asking themselves.
Yeah. God, just watching the replay right there, that Voodoo Puppet came out and all of a sudden Ravener's just dead. Yeah. And the Willowmaker, you're right, about the strength reduction too, especially.
It removes a lot of HP from him, especially when he has the beam side as well.
Showed right there. Meanwhile, middle lane, Moraxis, no, he's fine. Lodestone jumping in, trying to apply some pressure. LA's all there, and now everybody's here apparently. And all of a sudden he's dead actually, Ravener. 3 auto attacks later secures the kill, so. I mean, so we are just saying how, you know, again, the Behemoth side, it's a good item, and then sure enough, shortly after, he ends up dying quickly with it still. But I was going to say, I mean, are we worried that maybe it was a little bit like he's going to be lacking the damage, or not really?
No, he has the damage. He just needs to get his shrunken head off, and he is fine.
Okay. Well, round 2. No, they don't really commit. They're trying to bait it out. There we go again. They're going to go for it again. The counter, though, on a Puppet Master. And he goes down. They were ready this time. Puppet's dead, and he's staying dead, by the way. That might be it. Him and Moraxis are staying dead right here. Deadwood's going to barely live. No, he's going to go down as well, most likely. He doesn't have a buyback if he does go down. Raven, in the meantime, jumps back in. He's getting low on life, though, and he still had a Shrunken. Why is he not using it? He gets killed again with the Shrunken head up. Oh boy, that's a mistake. So Sana Esports, again, they're still in a good spot right here. They're going to be able to push in and probably clean the racks up, but that's a mistake you just can't be making with your Ravener here.
This time, Balthasar did not use his Shrunken Head, so Behemoth got his huge initiation onto him and killed him. Oh, yeah. What's happening?
Well, are they even going to get the racks? I mean, they should be able to.
They go way too far there.
Okay. Like, it's taken them so long with Ravener dead especially. And Morax is kind of here, but they finally get the melee racks. But geez, that took way too long to happen.
Also a huge counter initiation from Behemoth there.
It was, yeah.
And then the Moira ulti on top of the Ravenor initially. Then I'm not sure why. I don't know why both carriers do not want to use the Shrunken Heads. I mean, they bought them for a reason. Balthazar would not have died there if he used his. So.
Yeah, it's definitely, again, it's easy for us. I will say for Balthazar, that was just a very quick reaction by Sana. But yeah, it is fair though for us to sit here and. I think it is a fair point though. Going in, as soon as you voodoo puppet, like you should just pop Shrunken Head because that you're going up against all these portal keys, the behemoth, like, and I'm sure he's kind of learned his lesson now. If anything, he will make sure to pop it going into a fight rather than trying to react to it. So, but
it's better to waste it at this point than to die. That's for sure.
Well, he chose not
yeah,
to.
it's I mean, he was stun locked. As soon as BE jumped him, he died. He had no chance of using it throughout that. So. Of course, there's something to it. He might have been close to using it as well. It's just Behemoth was faster than him.
Yeah. So again, it's comfortable lead here for Sana, but making those mistakes, and that's not using the Shrunken Ravener specifically what I'm talking about. It's if somehow BMG perseveres here, comes back, and ultimately wins this game, that's definitely going to be something we look back at and be like, you know what? If they just didn't play as greedy there, or as reckless even, then they would have won this game. But obviously that's still in the future. They are still in a good lead here. And if they continue to, now they play this smart and use the Shrunken Head going into fights and whatnot, then they should still very likely be in a good spot to win this. Now, Token of Life given up Bubbles, actually. So Ravener passing it up right there, despite dying now these last couple of fights. Granted, he hasn't used his Shrunken Head, but I don't know. What do you think about that?
About Ravenor?
The token to Bubbles.
Oh, I am not sure. He even has a Shrunken Head. There's no point in giving it to him. Even Behemoth is better, or Lodestone, because Lodestone dies. Having him come back up with another stun is better. I mean, after he uses Shadow Storm, he usually dies right away if the enemy team focuses him with just auto attacks.
Nope.
Moira getting caught. So. And the Barcy Lennis, he knows that he has to use his Shrunken Head to guarantee the kill and then get out to make sure there's no counter initiation.
Yeah. I mean, it was one of those cases there ended up not being, but hey, it's better to be safe than sorry. Here we are just saying how Puppet should have, and he didn't. So, meanwhile, top lane, another jump. There's a Shrunken Head used from Ravener. This time he's on top. It turns around with the auto attacks. Doing some good damage right here. Not max charges, but he's damn close. The ball landing, he stuns it on a Puppet Master. Trying to chase him down. Not going to happen, though. Puppet's going to be fine. Everybody's still alive on the Legion side. Now, Torture's getting low, but now Ravener getting turned on. All of a sudden, he will fall. And he does not have a buyback, actually. Bad Monkey Gaming, they're going to clean it up here. As Lodestone being chased down, he's going to run as much as he can. Bubbles coming in, actually. He gets the one kill on him. More access right there, but at what cost for him? He's going to end up falling. Most likely, he has to take cover. The dude killed Magnus off to the side. Losto's still alive. Here comes the Token of Life, though. And there's the portal key out to be fine. So, and I guess they ended up all right there despite Ravener being lost. But BMG, hey, Puppet stays alive.
Yeah. Looking like in hindsight, it's always easy to say, but maybe removing that Thunderclaw from Ravenor and then putting the token onto him would have guaranteed them another lane of frags. Because then they would have to kill him twice, and they do not have 2 Voodoo Puppets and 2 Widowmakers, so...
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, hindsight, sure, but I honestly wasn't a huge fan. I think I made that pretty clear when he did get the Token of Life on him, so...
Bubbles only played like he did right there, getting killed because he had the token. I mean, he could have just chilled and peek it out and stuff like that. I mean, he does not die. So even with the Shrunken Head, I mean, he doesn't die. So
yeah.
He also got a Frostfield plate now. I mean, he's really farmed, and he is very hard to kill. So having a token onto him does not make any sense.
Yeah, Frostfield plate, jeez. He's got a, 35 armor at a point there, so quite a bit of armor here for Bubbles, 33 plus. A lot of mitigation against the Deadwood and auto attacks of the Puppet Master, of course. Ravener coming to clean up the rest of the Ancients. He has another 1,600 gold saved up right here, so he's he did go the post haste, of course, so obviously that's where he upgraded and spent a little bit of his gold right there. The Hellborn team chasing into the jungle in the meantime. You got Behemoth. Build Rod up. He's looking for an opportunity. There's a warded side up here, so they know that the Legion team's running in. Actually, Magma's going to go in quickly, but Puppet Master gets jumped by Behemoth. Bubbles got stunned immediately as he jumped in, though. That was big timing. Bubbles in trouble. He pops to take over. He's going to be fine for the time being. As, oh my god, he will die in the end. But Ravener now, he's still pretty good to go. The Shrunken Head is wearing off right there, but he's still chasing Torturer. Morax is dead. It's so far a 2-for-2. Magnus, he missed the line stun, and he stuns into his death, unfortunately. Right there. A Ravener trying to chase, but just too far to range as Deadwood. So that timing of the Torture Chain reactions was big, but
yeah, it was. It was the right target though for Behemoth. Last fight Puppet Master caught him before he used anything, and if Behemoth can go onto the Puppet without him having used anything, that's the right target to go for every single time. So a good choice. A bit of shame that Ravenor wasn't able to follow up with damage onto the Puppet in that combo. But they come out ahead. It's of course nice blink away from Boxy in the end there. He was close to getting caught. Fusen did sacrifice himself for it, but I guess that's worth it.
Yeah. What about Torture, by the way? Speaking of him, getting a double bracer here. He has a major totem. He's just going stats, I guess.
Yeah, he's dying all the fights and then just getting any type of survivability that he can get, I guess, is what he's aiming for here. He's not really getting that tablet or getting the gold for it.
Yeah. So Legion side, again, the lead is actually the biggest it has been for Sana Esports now. 19,000 golden experience here in their favor. It's a full demonic breastplate, by the way, on Lodestone. I haven't really been following his item progression here, but jeez. Ravener, oh wow, that was close, yeah. I don't know, do you think he actually could kill him by himself? I don't think he can. He does have support nearby. He pops a Shrunken Head there, and he is going to run away.
I mean, with the Willowmaker, it's definitely a kill, but they can't really see. They don't know where the enemy team is, or if he has backup or not. So it's definitely risky.
More Axis, middle lane. They're getting involved here. Fissure Stun coming out. There's the Shockwave jump. Magnus again going to fall. More Axis, though, with that Matrax up. Going to try to still get a kill on a Bubbles here, but it's not going to happen initially as Deadwood jumps in, and now he's in a bad spot. Ravener is coming over. Should be able to follow up for the kill. I mean, he's just running through these trees. It's freaking just Forrest Gump over here, but no, it's not going to be enough.
He Willowmakered a creep in the mid lane, unfortunately.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
That's a shame. Yep. He almost made it out again, though. Yep. That's why I said something.
You had to call him out.
Yep.
No,
yeah, he could have gotten a kill there. Behemoth had some huge counter initiations here.
Yeah. Whoa.
Nice to see.
Is that your mic? Sound like
me?
Yeah, your mic's doing weird
like
things. No, it sounds like it's fine now. It's a little bit of like clicking going on there or something, but I think we're good now. Nope. There's something there.
Yeah, okay, I'm not sure. I'm trying to do this.
Alright, I'll let you know if it keeps going. But anyways, here we go. The jump in here, the top lane. Arcane Vortex, as usual, to stall the initiation. And Magnus once again falls right here. Just has not had a good game at all, unfortunately, when it comes to initiation. Shadowstorm going off. Ravener jumps in the background. Shadowstorm doesn't really hit anybody, unfortunately. Ravener, though, takes a Willowmaker, but he's still holding his ground against the Deadwood, but now more lockdown. Can they kill Ravener again? They will. He does have a buyback, though, and he has post-haste, which I'm guessing is going to do right here. Yep, he's post-hasting back in. Meanwhile, Legion players are dying. Puppet Master is still alive as I say that. He's at 40 life. There we go. He will fall. He does have a buyback, but nobody else does. And I think the end is here for BMG, unfortunately. So, looks like Sana Esports is going to be able to tie the series and finish in a split here of 1-1, and I think that they'll take that. Gonna get a point out of this.
Yeah, they need that. It's good for them. Of course, a shame for BMG. They really needed the 2-0 sweeps throughout today.
Yeah, that was so. What I guess that kind of does mean is, as we are looking at the standings here real quickly. So we mentioned the max that they could get today is 13 points, and obviously no longer the case. Only getting 1 point here in this series. So they're going to get 12 will be, oh no, actually, excuse me, 11 will be their max now. But so that means that you guys and X-Sync are 100% guaranteed to be a top 4 team, no matter how the rest of it plays out. So there you go. That's got to obviously be a pretty good feeling there, knowing that moving on. So, but BMG, they're obviously still have a lot a lot of work to do. And, you know, they are in a case where if they don't finish strong here today, then they could very likely not be in the top 4, as obviously you got Fresh and Complexity currently are ahead of them in the time being. So
Yep. They're gonna play Complexity next year.